Hello, Mama, and welcome back to the Honeycomb channel, where I hope this channel for you is like honeycomb to your soul. This week, we're focusing on the struggling mom. I don't know exactly what you're struggling with. I don't know if maybe your kid is sick or they have developmental issues. Maybe they're being disobedient. Maybe you just have a whole bunch of kids and you're just overwhelmed and you are just struggling to get through the day. Every mom has been there. No matter if you have a mom that acts like everything's fancy and fine and wonderful, they struggle too. No matter what, every mom does. And this week I want to devote to encouraging you. And this is what this video is going to be. Yes, I know my hair is combed and dried. Hallelujah. But anywho, I just want to encourage the mom who is struggling today. Once again, I don't know what you're struggling with, but I just want you to know that you are still a phenomenal mother, even when you struggle. I know it's hard to think that way because on Facebook, on Instagram, you see all these posts of mom acting like every day is just so joyful and every day is wonderful, and they never lose their temper. You know, they never struggle. They never do this. Bull crap. 2 words for you. Every mother struggles in one way or another. You are not alone. I know Satan would love to make you think that you are just all on your own little ship out there and every mom's got this but you. Been there. But it's not true. You are a wonderful, wonderful mother, even when you struggle. Even when there are days where you just don't want to get out of bed, you don't want to do anything, you can't wait until nap time, you can't wait until bedtime, you can't wait until your kids are just out of your face, you're still a good mom. Because you want to know why? You keep doing it. You keep doing all the things, you keep going for it, you keep feeding them, you keep bathing them, you keep giving them snuggles, you keep giving them encouragement in the word as a mother, and whatever you're doing, you're still doing it, and you are doing a wonderful job. I wanted to give you a little verse of encouragement. Haven't done this in a few weeks just because I thought, what kind of verse goes with this? But I saw a verse in Galatians chapter 6 that I thought was so encouraging for the mother who is just struggling, and maybe you just feel like, oh my gosh, it's never going to get better. It's just always going to suck like this, right? You know, my kids are never going to get it. They're never going to be like this. I'm just not good of a mother. I want to give you a verse in Galatians, and of course, quote unquote, it's taken out of context. You know, this was written to the church as they were suffering and being persecuted. I get that, but it still applies, I think, to mothers for sure. It's Galatians chapter 6, verse 9. And let us not grow weary while doing good, for in due season we shall reap if we do not lose heart. And I felt like that spoke to my heart so much as a mother, because there are so many days where you're just literally like, what's the point? I'm just spinning my wheels. It's the same thing every day, no matter what. You know, I think my kid gets it, and then all of a sudden they don't. They're back to square one. Or I keep doing this and this and this, and then nobody says thank you. No, not even one, pat on the back or nothing. Maybe you didn't have that good of a Mother's Day. Maybe you felt like, wow, I do so much and I would just love a little bit of a thank you, or maybe sleeping in, or maybe a nap or something, and you didn't get it. I'm so sorry. But this verse, and let us not grow weary while doing good, for in due season we shall reap if we do not lose heart. This is for you. You are doing such a good work in your children, mothers. You really, truly are. You are showing them what it is to be a mature adult. You're showing them what it is to be a wonderful human being. If you're a believer today, you're showing them what it's like to believe in the Lord and walk with the Lord, and you're representing the Lord to your child. And I know not every day is going to be perfect, but this is it's a privilege. We have the privilege of being able to do this with our children. And I promise you that the Lord has started a good work in you and your children, and he will continue to do it. You will reap a good harvest, even on the days when you're like, yeah, right, sure. Yeah, no, not my kid, or not my husband, or not me, or not my situation. You will. You will reap a good harvest because you are being faithful to what God has called you to do. And if you're not a believer today, this verse still applies to you because you are a wonderful mother. And you might not be teaching your kids biblical things, but you're at least teaching them not to be a sucky human being, right? Because we need more of those people in the world today. So I just want to encourage you guys. I know that many of you are struggling. I struggle every week with something different. It's always something. I shared a little bit, with Iris learning how to stand on her own and starting to walk. She's having boo-boos and falling and hurting herself and crying. And anytime I hear her cry, I think, I'm such a bad mom. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? Oh my goodness, blah, 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 blah. But you're not. You're not a bad mom. You're a fantastic mother. And I want to encourage you today to let you know that you are so good and you are doing such a good job. And keep going even through the struggles. I know sometimes we don't want to hear that, right? If we're struggling, we just want to lie down, pull the covers over our head, and just quit. And I'm here today to encourage you, don't quit. Keep going, even though you really, really want to. I get it. I get it. I'm telling you the truth because I love you and because I know that you're a good mom. You know, I don't want to maybe coddle, because I know I haven't been coddled in my life, and that's kind of been the best thing sometimes, is just to keep going. You're doing such a good job. Pretend we're in a race, right? We're running, you trip and fall, and you're like, oh, imagine me running after you and picking you up and running with you. This is exactly what it is in motherhood, and I just want to encourage you and let you know that you're such a good mom, even through the struggles. I know a few moms who actually, their kids have a lot of medical issues. One lady, her kid's barely a month old and has always been in the hospital. They're having issues with blood sugar and things of that nature. You are such a good mother. I don't want to say names or different situations because that's private, but you're such a good mother. You are wonderful, and God has chosen you to be that baby's mom for a reason. You know, I know a lot of single moms. I know a lot of moms who their husband works a ton and you have the kids all by yourself a lot. You're such a wonderful mother, and I know that you struggle. I know there are days where you're like, oh, here we go again. God has picked you to be this baby's mother, and He has done a fantastic job. He couldn't have picked a better one, in my opinion, because you are such a wonderful mother, and you're being a wonderful example to your baby. Struggles come and struggles go. There's times where literally you'll struggle for maybe a day, and then it'll be great, and then you'll struggle for a month, and then it'll be great, and then maybe a year. Struggles will happen. I would like to say they don't and encourage you that way, but I'm here to encourage you and say they do. But you're always brought through them with the Lord's strength. And know that I am praying for you every step of the way. Love you guys.